The rift between Elon Musk and Donald Trump has deepened after the tech billionaire declared former Trump advisor Steve Bannon is in the Jeffrey Epstein files. He posted the comment in response to a tweet from another former Trump advisor, Roger Stone, who was asking why Mr. Bannon had met with Epstein after his convictions. Joining me now is Sky News contributor Kosha Gada. Kosha, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Look, the bromance, it's well and truly over, but this is quite a startling claim by Musk.
It certainly is. Great to be with you, Danica. You know, the plot thickens and the theories and conspiracy theories thicken because there is an information void out there. And a lot of people have been quite surprised by the news this week coming out of the administration. That said, Elon Musk is not exactly a reliable narrator on this front because he, as we all remember, just 2 weeks ago accused President Trump of being in the files and then promptly deleted that tweet for many reasons, and that he didn't come off very well on that. And nobody believes that for a second because Joe Biden would have been the first to release that if that were true. So when he goes out and accuses other people, I think people are unlikely to believe it at face value, though anything is certainly possible. On the flip side, the Trump administration hasn't exactly handled this well either. And a lot of people in their base are not happy with several, especially Pam Bondi and Alina Habba and people like that in the administration that seem to have been all over the place on the messaging. So it's really a mess, and a lot of people are making political hay out of it.
Yeah, that's very, very clear. Now, I've got to ask you about some comments that Donald Trump has made. He's lashed out at Vladimir Putin, claiming he talks a lot of BS when it comes to Ukraine. This is what he said.
I'm not happy with Putin. I can tell you that much right now, because he's killing a lot of people. And a lot of them are his soldiers. We get a lot of thrown at us by Putin, for you want to know the truth.
Kosha, it was only a few months ago Trump said that Ukraine started the war, which was, of course, wrong. Why the change in sentiment now towards Putin?
You know, I think what President Trump is showing is that he is ultimately after peace and after deal making. He's a peacemaker and a deal maker, and he understands, he's a realist. He understands that none of these actors are good. Things are gray. It's not black and white. And so he has never thrown down fully for Ukraine. He's no fan of Zelensky, as we know. And he's also showing people that actually, when the situation is the way it is right now, as he mentioned, and the fighting continues and all that, he's not particularly a fan of Putin either. He just wants to get a deal done. Same thing you could say about Israel and Gaza as well, in terms of how he's hit out at both sides of that. And I think that's kind of what he's doing, where he wants these conflicts to end, and he's frustrated with just the lack of urgency, it seems, from both sides to be able to come to the table and negotiate some kind of peace settlement.
Well, you know, it's interesting because the White House has now asked the Pentagon for options for sending Ukraine additional weapons. But Trump's been toing and froing over military aid for Kiev for weeks now. You just got to wonder what's going on, Kosha.
You know, I think that was interesting. I think he wants to keep his options open. He likes to be unpredictable. That's something that he's talked about many times, even before he entered the political arena. And it is an option. All options are on the table for any negotiation. That's one form of leverage, certainly, that the U.S. has to try and draw Putin out and get him to the table if that's what he's after. On the other hand, he is personally against it. He knows his base is against it. The American public is against sending more money. It's enough is sort of the sentiment back home. We have our own problems to fix and can't keep sending unlimited money and weapons to other conflicts all around the world. So I think he's kind of juggling sort of a balancing act of all those things, but he definitely wants to understand his options, and that's why he probably asked the Pentagon to drop those plans.